So here we are with part 2 to the Sonic the Hedgehog review marathon. Part 1 is the Dreamcast retrospective, and now we're moving on to probably the most nostalgic game for me of all time. Right next to Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure. I played it on the Dreamcast when I was little, and I didn't get that far, to be honest, thanks to the hub worlds. But before we get into the story, let's go with the gameplay. Sonic handles beautifully in this game. Like, his speed, his acceleration, it's all natural. And I think Some Call Me Johnny actually described it best, where he said that Sonic controls beautifully in this 3D environment, which I have to agree majorly on. Subscribe to Some Call Me Johnny, he's really cool. But yeah, I am using the Xbox One version of this game. That's how I got footage for it. But there are 6 characters to play as, with an unlockable one. There's Sonic, the main character. There's Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and Gamma, with the unlockable one being Super Sonic, aka the final story segment. Each character has their own set of gameplay styles, and well, some of them go through the same levels but with a different twist on them, except for Super Sonic, which is the final boss of the game, basically. So Sonic, he goes through Emerald Coast, and he's, typical speed, gotta go fast. And Tails is where you have to race against Sonic to the goal to win. With Knuckles, it's all about treasure hunting. With the radar, that's how you're able to find the Master Emerald pieces. And the radar is hands down the best radar compared to Sonic Adventure 2's radar, but we're not that game yet, so I won't get ahead of myself before we get there. But anytime you're near Emerald piece, the radar will let you know, and that is a good thing. It's a very good plus. It helps me a lot. And if you're a newcomer and you're having a little struggle, you can go to Decall and she can help point out Emerald pieces, which is nice. And then you got Amy, where she's fleeing from this robot called Zero, because she's with the bird, and the bird has a Chaos Emerald, and Eggman wants that, so he sends Zero to go chase after her. And that's basically her gameplay, is to run away from a robot. And then Big, oh god, Big. A big load of shit, that's what his gameplay is, basically. It's fishing. What kind of crackhead thought it'd be a good idea to put fishing in a Sonic game? Sonic's all about going fast, not fishing. I spent 15 minutes on a level. I'm pretty sure you all seen that. I spent 15 minutes trying to get Froggy, which is basically what you're fishing for in these levels, and he just wouldn't take the bait at all. Next you got Gamma, which is fun. He's all about shooting things and getting to the goal before the time runs out, which I don't know why. He just dies when the timer runs out. But yeah, his levels are probably the most fun out of the new characters. Sonic is the most fun out of the entire game. But yeah, let's move on to the other character that you unlock, Super Sonic. He is Sonic charged up with all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and for Sonic fans, yeah, this might sound repetitive, but he basically becomes like a Super Saiyan of sorts. In the Super Sonic campaign, he fights Perfect Chaos, which is chaos, but with all 7 Chaos Emeralds charged by the negative energy. Now time for the story. So it starts out with Knuckles just guarding the Master Emerald, which is normal duty. Eggman shatters the Master Emerald, releasing Chaos into Call, and Knuckles has to go get the Master Emerald pieces, while Sonic is just going through the city, happy, carefree as he could be, when suddenly he sees the police scrambling to go get Chaos, because Chaos is on the loose, and Sonic decides to fight Chaos, and then he goes, and after that he takes a snooze at the hotel, and he sees Tails crash into Emerald Coast, and he goes save Tails, and they go and they fight Eggman after Tails reveals that he has a Chaos Emerald powering his tornado. The airplane, basically, is what it's called. The tornado is the name of the airplane. And Sonic fights Eggman, and Eggman gets the Chaos Emerald and feeds it to Chaos, and every time Chaos gets a new Chaos Emerald, he becomes more charged and powerful with each passing emerald, he's given. And it's basically Sonic and Tails, they have to go and find the Chaos Emeralds to get to them before Eggman does, but they do have a piss poor effort of holding on to them. After they go out the casino, Eggman just straight up O.J. Simpson's them, he just straight up Bill Cosby's them outside the casino and just takes the emerald right under their nose. But then they all four meet up on the egg carrier, where a lot of happens. Like, Amy befriends Gamma, and Sonic and Gamma fight. It's a little misunderstanding, and then they go and fight Chaos 6, but then in the last story, it turns out Chaos 6 is not entirely dead, and he goes and he gets the 7th Chaos Emerald, and he wrecks Station Square and Super Sonic and all that. Overall, this game, I'd say I enjoyed the Sonic sections. I thought they were really good. Tails was great, Knuckles was great, Dr. Eggman, so I'm getting myself confused with Sonic Adventure 2. We're not at that game yet. Amy, I thought she's not as fast as Sonic, which is kind of my problem, because many times I run through the stages trying to go faster to escape the roll-up, but she just doesn't go fast. And I'm like, what? Big is basically the equivalent to Hell. If Hell had sex with Hades and they had a child, that would be my experience with Big the Cat. Gamma is okay, and Super Sonic is just fun. And don't forget the Chow Garden. The Chow Garden is basically where you raise these little chows, and it's super fun, super cute. A bunch of longtime Sonic fans love the Chow. I love the Chow as well. But if you don't have the time or care rather to raise Chow, don't do it. But yeah, that is my review of Sonic Adventure 1. Overall, I give it probably a 7.5. It didn't age quite well because the camera system is wonk as all hell. Sometimes there'll be many times where the camera just refuses to lock on Sonic behind him. It'll just get obscured by objects, and it's just overall not fun. Level design is amazing. Nice, vast, open levels with tons of room to explore, many ways to get to the goal. And yeah, it is a 7.5. I would recommend, if you want to get into the series, this is definitely your jumping on point. Alright,